Hello and welcome to our first Circle of Light movement live for this year, 2021.
Yeah, for 2021, Happy New Year. If you just caught us a moment ago, that was just me, just not being visible, just starting off the new year with a bit of fun. So I'm just going to take a moment to share this out to some other groups. But welcome to our first live of 21. It's great to be back here, having a laugh, sharing things, getting things slightly wrong, loving technology. But we have some exciting tips to share with you today. So stay tuned.
Yes, we are really excited to talk with you today. So I am Lucy Brand and
I'm
Natasha Harris.
Yeah, I'm Natasha Harris.
And we co-created the Circle of Light movement last year because we want to create a new paradigm movement, all about helping bring in the new earth and dancing in the light, because we are all about dancing in the light. We're all about being in the light. We're about helping and supporting you to raise your frequency, even in these changing times, so that you can call in the life that you want, call in the career, the business, whatever it may be, because you are a powerful creative being and you have the power to do it. And that's what we're going to talk more into today, because we're talking about if you're feeling disempowered and disconnected, then this is the video, the live for you, because we've got some tips to support you in not feeling like that. So if you would like to, if you're joining us live, I can see there are some people joining us live. If you'd like to leave, we just got another person joining us live. Welcome. Please leave your name and let us know where you are watching us from, because we love to interact with you. If you have any questions for Natasha or I, then please pop them in the comments and we will try our best to answer them live. But if not, then we will later.
Absolutely. And if you are watching the replay, then do type #replay. Let us know where you're watching from, where you're joining us from, and we'd love to answer your questions at any time that you come back with it.
I think just before we get into today's juicy topic, we would just like to share with you that applications are now open for our next Circle of Light Spiritual Mastermind. We hosted the first one last year and it was a huge success, so much transformation, so much love as well, for the amazing ladies who stepped up. And if you look at the description, wherever you're viewing this live, you'll see that there's some testimonials in there. So we're going to talk a bit about that later, but just to let you know that applications are now open.
Yeah, so excited for this, and a really powerful time now in history. So yeah, if you're interested, you're curious to know what the Spiritual Mastermind is, then head over there and stay tuned and we will come back to it at the end. But first, for our tips today.
So yes, we want to talk about feeling disempowered and disconnected, because we feel there's a lot of that going on at the moment, especially in England as we've gone into another lockdown. And so we really want to help you step into your own personal power and your own source of empowerment and feel connected, because when you do feel connected to yourself and empowered, you make better decisions. You come from a place of peace and feeling of security rather than fear and lack.
Yeah, and we really want to step away from that, and just even the words fear and lack make Lucy cough, so it's like there's definitely a reaction to that. We are really, as Lucy says, we're in a space of disempowerment, but this disempowerment is actually a bit of an illusion. And you know, Lucy actually looked at what the definition of disempowerment was before we came on live, and it's to prevent someone from having success. And my immediate reaction was, wow, that really gives away our power, just this idea that someone can prevent us from having success, because no one can prevent us from having success unless we give them the power to do that. It is our responsibility that we don't give away our power, that we hold on to our power. And that's not power as in it's all mine. It's a softer version of power. It's very much connected to the feminine, very much connected to love, connection, collaboration, peace, unity, universe, all of that. That's the kind of power that we're talking about. But disempowerment is such a big thing for us right now. We are being told we can't go out, we can't do what we are used to doing. A lot of these choices and options feel like they've been taken away from us, but we are still at choice within all of that, even through the huge number of rules that we are experiencing right now across, especially in the UK, across another 6-week lockdown. Only having been let out of the last one for, I think, a matter of days. We are really feeling that our choices are being very limited. But within all of that, let me assure you, all of you, that we are still at choice to be able to create what we want, to feel abundant, to feel empowered, and to be doing what we want to be doing.
Perfect. Yes, exactly. And to speak a bit more into the giving your power away, this can be lots of things, and it's really important to look at I like to call them energy leaks. Where are you giving your power away? Is it time? Is it money? Is it health? Are you spending hours on your laptop or hours on Zoom meetings and not stretching or getting out in nature? Are you giving your time away to other family members? And I'm not saying, I know that if you're homeschooling at the moment, it's tough and it's difficult, especially if you're trying to work from home. But that 20 minutes to lock yourself in the bedroom and have a cup of tea, that's needed for your own mental, emotional health and physical health, let's be honest.
Yeah, and spiritual health.
And spiritual health, that's so needed. And that's a time when you can connect as well with yourself. But without that time to just take a breath and stop, we've got to get off the hamster wheel, because if you're keeping going like this around the hamster wheel, you're going to be stuck in fear, possibly lack, worry. And what happens is when you're stuck in these emotions, they're not only the lower vibrational emotions on the vibrational scale, but they make you contract. If you think about fear, if I feel into fear, I feel like this. But if I feel into love and peace, I feel like this. And when you approach decisions from feeling expansive like this, from love and peace, you just make better decisions for yourself, for your family, for everything that's going on. And you're not tapping into this fear that's coming up. And it's fear that will make you feel disempowered, because you do have a choice. You have a choice how you react to something, or whether you react, or whether you respond. And we all know responding is a better way.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're giving away your power in that. You're giving that to something else, to something bigger. And we do know this, but we want to be able to stand in a place where we can make those better choices and decisions for us, right, in any small way that you can. Because I know that when we're in a space of disempowerment, when we feel that everything is like overwhelmed, everything is just coming at you, and you're not quite sure what to do because you haven't got the space, you feel like you don't have the time to create for yourself, that everything feels just so overwhelming, and we don't know then what we can and can't do. So it's really about allowing yourself in any small way to make more powerful choices, more empowered choices for yourself. So it doesn't have to mean that you sit in that disempowerment and think, well, I don't have a choice. You always have a choice, even if it's for 30 seconds to stop, to slow down, to bring back to self and what you need, and to take some time out. You have choices in any given moment. And that's what we really want to share with people, to allow people. And sometimes that, even those simple little things feel like they are out of our reach, but to know that they really aren't. And if you're watching this and you're coming from a similar background in spirituality, Lucy, you know this, but sometimes we just need that reminder that we need to ask ourselves, when are we giving away our power, and how can we reclaim it in any small way that we can?
Exactly. And I think also, Natasha we spoke about this before this call, was when you do step into, or you're in that being energy of peace and love and calm, that will lead you to abundance. So that will lead you out of fear, anxiety, lack. It will lead you into abundance, because again, if you make the choices from an expansive place, you can't help but tap into the abundance, because even in times right now where you may be experiencing lack, there really is abundance all around you. Even in the winter, like we're in winter here for nature, you know, there is stuff going on underneath the ground, you know, things, the roots are getting deeper. It just means you just have to come back to yourself and go within and ground down. And perhaps this is an opportunity to shave off what's not serving you. And that can be health, that can be finances, that can be mentally, emotionally, you know. You are within your power. If something is not serving you, to give yourself the permission and let it go. Because people have got enough on their plate at the moment. So if there are friendships that are draining you, if there are perhaps there's clients that just are draining you at the moment, then you're well within your rights to let them go for now until you can come from a place of buoyancy.
Yes, and I think that's so important, isn't it? We really do want to keep ourselves topped up as much as possible, ensure that we are full, that we are working and being and inhabiting a space that feels abundant. The universe doesn't turn off abundance because there's all this craziness going on in our experience on a humanitarian level, on a human level, that we feel that we have been plunged into lack, and through decisions that are being made and circumstances that are being created. But the universe is ever abundant, and so which do we choose? Where do we choose to turn our attention to? Allowing ourselves to tap into the abundance that there is, and moving towards more and more towards that, to get us out of that fear and that stuckness and those experiences that don't feel so good. Things will change. We are bubbling, like times have changed so drastically in the last year, but it is all a bubbling to the surface. I do really feel, and Lucy and I have talked about it numerous times, that this is a time where this is what is needed, you know, to go into a state of transition, to swing things in a different direction, into new paradigm, to new earth frequencies, to bring in new earth codes, to start to do things very differently, that's more in collaboration, more in harmony with nature, more in harmony with the planet, like being more collaborative with other people, working together. It feels like it has to bubble to the surface to feel so uncomfortable that that's the only way to shift. And that's the choice that we have right now. Where do we focus our attentions? Which direction do we want to focus on, where we want to go? Is it towards new paradigm stuff, or is it to stay stuck in the old?
And then I think what comes out of that is hope, you know, and that's what the new paradigm is all about, leading with love. It's heart-centered living. We've basically gone from the old paradigm, which I like to think of as the 80s, where it's competition, it's all about money, it's all about hierarchy, it's all about patriarchy, everything's set up for the patriarchy. Then Age of Aquarius, new paradigm, we are actually in it now, but you know, it's like we're in the birthing canal of it. It's bumpy. So a little bit squeezed, a lot of emotions, but there is hope there. And the thing is, in the new paradigm, it's about collaboration, it's about leading with your heart, it's about including the feminine, it's about unity. So if you feel into those words, they're just beautiful words. And it's the Age of Aquarius, which is all about future. It's also about technology, but it's technology for the greater good. It's all about in service and the greater good. And equality, meaning that we're just going to lose these structures, and you're seeing the structures fall away, the old paradigm structures that are falling away because they're just not serving us and they weren't set up for the greater good. But if you're going from that to this new paradigm, it's going to be bumpy, because there's going to be people in the old paradigm that don't want equality, that don't want a new way of being, which is a way of love. And also, to bring to more the feminine point, the Age of Aquarius is more feminine. And we're not saying you don't need masculine. You need a balance of both, because masculine is action.
Yeah, I like the both.
Yeah, me too. I'm a fan of both. It's a blend of both. Every human has masculine and feminine, yin and yang in them. But with a blending of the both, with the new paradigm, it's about your intuition, it's about your heart and leading with love, and it's about your body. So with old paradigm, masculine, that's logic, that's the mind, that's language. And what happens is that when you plug into new paradigms, leading with your heart and your body and your intuition, that's when the solutions come to the problem. So when you try and logic your way out of stuff or do it the same way you have for previous years, it's not working anymore. And that's why you've got to connect with yourself and your own intuition in the new paradigm frequency, connecting with your heart and your intuition. Solutions will come. Yeah. Solutions will come, as well as raising your vibration, and then you'll feel empowered, and then you'll feel connected, because you'll be connected to yourself. And really that's all there is, because if you want to go spiritual and out of focus, we are all one.
Absolutely. And I think what's really coming up from what you're saying, Lucy, is that, so many of us, and those of you that are watching, are on this path already and probably feeling like, well, how much more work do we have to do to get there? And it's not about that. Lucy and I have been on this path for many, many years, and it's about how we go deeper, how we explore further, how we let go further and even more of what's standing in our way as we rise into this really uncomfortable time, as we're squeezed, as Lucy says, down the birth canal. Like that vision feels a bit uncomfortable for me, I have to say, right now. But it's like, how do we do that even more? So a lot of you have been doing a lot of this work already, but there is more stuff. And especially now, as we're going into these we're feeling this even more, there is an opportunity for us to dive deeper. And as Lucy says, hope, I say opportunity. There is hope at the end. I feel very, very hopeful that we as a humanity, as light warriors, as light workers that you are, we are doing this for the greater good. We are going to keep going. But I feel that there is opportunity for us to really step up now, that there is no holding back. Like there's sometimes I feel like I want to stop. But then there's something in me that goes, keep bloody going. Like, there is more stuff to discover. There's stuff we don't understand yet. There's stuff that we can't even fathom yet, but we are on the road to discovering it. And that's where we have to, expanding on the you time. It's like we need to, and it's not about hard work. This is about staying in the light. This is about being playful. Gosh, Lucy and I are having so much fun with this and being playful with this that we're creating. This isn't about, we're not saying like you've got to spend time on you and do the hard work and, shed the old and stay in it and work through it until it's done. It's like, let's do this with lightness, with love, with doing this together. It doesn't mean to say we don't feel it all, but yeah, there's something way more opportunistic that's available to us. Sorry, just went off on a rant then.
That's fine. I agree with everything that you just said. And I just wanted to say as well, if you are watching us live, because there's definitely some of you watching us live, then let us know where, like, your name and where you're from, like, interact with us. We love. And if you've got any questions for us, then please please write them in the comments and we'll get back to them. I'll just check the comments actually.
Yeah. And just, oh, sorry, Lucy.
And then we can go into our 3 tips we were going to share to support.
Yes, well, I think we've probably covered them all, but let's summarize them. But yeah, just like, let us know what resonates with you. What Lucy and I have said, we're very much aligned, Lucy and I, but we say things in very different ways. And, there's a reason for that. So let us know what resonates with you as well. So do you want to summarize the tips then, Lucy?
Yes. Okay. So if you are feeling disempowered and disconnected at the moment, then our first tip is to spend time with yourself, like go within, because it's really, really important. If your home life is feeling chaotic and then you have to get online and that feels chaotic as well, you need those moments in calm for your own mental, emotional and physical health, because as we all know, it's all about you. You've got to put your own oxygen mask on first. And I know that can be very difficult for mums, especially in this time of homeschooling, but it is so important. It's so important, whether that's you lock yourself in the bathroom and have a cup of tea for 20 minutes, or whether you spend half an hour just laying on your bed and listening to relaxing music. I mean, I've noticed actually an influx of amazing kind of healing music or binaural beats on YouTube. Loads, an influx since last year. Loads of amazing people are giving away their music for free to help you raise your frequency, and they're like at 8 hours long. So have that playing in the background, like just things to raise your frequency and take time out. If you've got time to meditate, then even if it's just 10 minutes, do that and connect within so that you can make empowered choices for yourself and your family, and not be influenced by other people, society, or the government.
Yeah, absolutely. And start to take that power back. And I think that just really comes on to the second tip, that, really recognizing you have a choice, that, we are always at choice. If we feel disempowered, it's because we are choosing to give away our power. Nobody can take it away from you. This has given me so much strength, this knowledge, that when I feel disempowered or I feel something has been taken away with me, I bring that back to my responsibility for self, and that I know that I've given that. And then I'm at choice whether or not I take it back. What do I do? What action do I take? What am I doing right now? Am I reacting to my outer experience, or am I responding to what I need within myself? And rather than reacting to the outer experience, because that is very real, but I have a choice. I have a choice on how I respond to it. It doesn't negate it. I don't put it in a box. I don't push it away. It's still really, really real. But I have a choice on how I want to respond to it. So it's really coming back to choice on that one, I think.
Exactly. And then our third tip is come and join the Circle Light Movement Spiritual Mastermind.
Yeah, come and have an opportunity to work with us and let us show you how you can dive deeper into this, go to the next level, and do this differently.
And get the support that you need. We've had such success and such transformation with the last Spiritual Mastermind. That's why we're running it again. And it's for women who are just ready to up level, even in these times. And what the ladies in the last, you can look at the testimonials, it's in the description. But the ladies that were in the last circle, they really said, even though they had children, they had families, they really loved the time and the space that they could come into, as we had a private Facebook group, that they could share their experiences and get the support, not just from Natasha and I, but from the other women that were in the circle. And also every Wednesday, we will have a circle where we all meet up, and we will share inquiry questions at the beginning of the week. And that's where you can join a circle via Zoom and you share your answers. And that's where the transformation really happens. And that's where the connection happens. You connect with amazing people from all over, and you really get insights, you feel supported, and also learn more about you. And we also do assignments every week as well to really ground into the transformation that's happening, because Natasha and I are all about taking action. It's not about meditating. It's good to have the vision, but you've got to take action. You've got to meet the universe halfway. And so we support you in doing that, because we both bring a wealth of experience, knowledge, and gifts to the table. And then we also, I think if we covered everything, we have the wisdom.
Yeah, I think so.
We have the weekly calls, we have the Facebook group, we have the assignment questions. Yes, I think that.
And you have access to Lucy and I to pick our brains consistently. So, we are there to support you, and we are going through this journey with you. We are open, we're transparent, we are, all on the journey. We really are. And it is so, and the last mastermind was so incredible. It blew me away. So we really want to invite women who are ready now for their next level of impact, to step up in their life, in their health, their wealth, So this isn't just about business, though. If you have a business, we will support that. But your relationships, this is about looking at you holistically. So if there's one corner of your life that you feel isn't working, it will be impacting all the others. So come and join us and let us support you through a journey of expansion and growth, of next level stuff. I love working with Lucy. It's been an incredible journey, and we just want to share more of this with people. So if it is of interest, there's an application form. It's on the website. It's along the bottom there. We have it in the comments. Come and have a look. Have a look at more at the testimonials. Have a read about what Lucy and I are up to, what our philosophy is. You probably get that really, really clearly from these Facebook Lives. And if it is of interest, if you really have a big vision of change in the world to really impact and shift into new consciousness, new ways of doing things, new paradigm, then we can support each other along the journey.
Exactly. And I think that's it. The Circle of Light Spiritual Mastermind is all new paradigm. We created this in the new paradigm. We created it last year. We actually went from concept to delivery in 2 months. I mean, it was just amazing. Yeah, it's just crazy. So it is about taking a holistic view, which again is new paradigm. There is no separation between work, even if you have what we would call a traditional job. Like, there is no separation between that and your family. If you're having problems in the bedroom, you'll be having problems in the boardroom. That's just the way it goes. Yeah. Our minds and our bodies and our experiences don't differentiate between personal and business or personal work. So it's really important to look at this holistically, because if you're just focused on one area, like, why is that not working? You're going to be coming up against blocks, but it might actually be something in your relationship where you're feeling disempowered and it's not working, and that's impacting your income. We had amazing results from the women who joined us last time, including one of them. She signed her highest paying client and had one of her best months ever. Another lady, she had more aligned clients coming in, which was really amazing for her. And there's also been movements in their relationships as well, taking more of an empowered and loving stance as well. And I think one of the most beautiful things to me, and I think Natasha, I know that you know this as well, but there was one particular week where we were looking at love. We have different themes each week. And people were very focused on, love has got nothing to do with my business. But when they looked at the love and they opened up to the love in the relationship that they were having with someone, that's when the client came in the business. And that's what I mean. It's so interactive. It's so interrelated, sorry. So if you would like to join us, the investment is $897. It will be going up for the next Spiritual Mastermind, which I think we might be running in June. We've not decided the dates, but we will be putting the investment up. So if you are interested, now is the time. If you want to set up your 2021 for an amazing 2021 and you've got a big vision, come and join us. We do offer a payment plan, which is $497, and then 2 months. Every month after for 2 months, $199. And if you pay in full, there's a 10% discount. So that's $807. Have I got all my math right?
You've got all those figures right. I'm so impressed, Lucy. That's amazing. So this is an 8-week Spiritual Mastermind. Lovely that you've joined us, Juliet. I'm really glad you enjoyed listening, and really resonating to go inwards and connect. Fantastic. It's lovely to have you here and join us for today. So for those of you that are interested, we'd love you to come and apply. There are only 8 places available on the Mastermind. When those places are full, they're full. So apply if it's of interest. You will have a conversation with Lucy and I. We will have a conversation as to whether this is right for you, and we look forward to working with you going forwards.
Yes, and we shall see you same time. Well, actually, I think we'll be on time next week. At 12 o'clock every Friday. That's when we go live and we discuss all topics, Circle of Light movement, spiritual masterminds, but also new paradigm, and helping you to create the life that you desire, because that's what it's all about. And now is the time, especially with the new paradigm. It is your time. It really is.
Absolutely. Lovely to see you all. Thanks for watching. See you next week.